Ashutoshi is there? Yes, I'm also eagerly waiting for this. Welcome, Ashutoshi. We have right now only 29 people. We're a little sharp. It's like sharp 8:30. So quite a few. Amit has joined. Jai Gurudev. There's so many people who've joined. I'm just missing them. I'm wearing my glasses so that I can say hello to all of you. Bhumika is here. Amit. Welcome, everyone. So, Ashutosh ji, everyone has been waiting very, very eagerly. I cannot tell you how many messages I've got since the last one, and everyone was really just so happy to hear you talk the last time. Okay, should we now? We have about 55 people. Should we give them a few minutes to join?
Yes, sure.
So, you gave some great insights the last time, and people have been thinking about whatever you said. And then they've been thinking about it, and then they're sending messages. But what about this? And Upai, everyone wants Upai. Everyone is so scared of what is to come. But you know what I'm going to do is, before I hand it over to you, I'll just give them a little bit of my 2 pence so that they can... Okay, let's see now. We think
60 people.
I will need glasses to see how many. Can you tell how many we have? I think we have 62 right now. 63, yeah. So let me tell you all something. I think we should start because we are short on time also today.
Yes.
So, you know, before I hand it over to, I know everyone's very eagerly waiting to hear what Ashutoshi has to say. But there is something I want to say. Why astrology? Why is it that we're having a second session? Why is it that, we're making all these predictions? See, astrology or Jyotish has 3 aspects to it. This is from what I understand. You may correct me if I'm wrong, Ashutoshi. But from what I understand, I've heard Gurudev say this, is it has 3 aspects. One is the position of the planets. The other is the interpretation on the effect it can have on you. And the third is Upai. There is a solution. See, if there was no solution, then there would be no reason to make a prediction. Then life would just happen. It would just happen. Why are you predicting? Just live life, right? But the reason we make predictions beforehand is because there is a solution to it. You can do something to avert something negative or make the most of something positive, the situation. You know, nothing in this world is permanent. Nothing in this world is fixed. Everything, the nature of life is change. Everything in this universe, both in the subtle as well as in the physical, everything is constantly changing. There's constant movement. See, human beings are the only ones who are endowed with the power of discrimination. We can discriminate. We can choose our actions. We can choose our reactions. And based on that, things can change in the universe. The outcome of things can change. So when you know beforehand that something like this is coming up, that you know, not a very pleasant time is coming up, there is so much, just that understanding can make us do so much to rectify it. Now, certain things can be rectified and certain things cannot be rectified. But whatever can be rectified, if you use that upai, then there is, you can reduce the impact of something negative so much more and enhance the impact of something positive so much more. Therefore, we make this. There is no reason to fear these things. In fact, you should welcome it. You should say, oh, good. If you know, if I know beforehand that something not so pleasant is going to happen, then I can use upai. And of all, there are many upais. In astrology, there's so many upais. You know, they'll tell you so many things. They are there. But the easiest and the simplest of all solutions or precautions is meditation, chanting. If you don't know what to chant, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya is something that it's universal. You can chant it for anything. And like we discussed last time, Ashutoshi told us, it creates a whole protective armor, shield around you. It even protects you from your very own karma. Yeah. So without being afraid of what is coming up, just listen to it and then see what we can do to take break. It's like a weatherman. If the weatherman tells you it's going to be raining outside, at least you know you should take an umbrella along. But if a weatherman doesn't tell you it's going to rain, you're definitely going to get drenched, isn't it? So like that, take it like that. Ashutoshi is our weatherman for this evening. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Ashutoshi. I don't need to introduce you today because everyone was there the last time. They all met you, and they already know you. But you said some very nice things, and based on that, I have questions. Would you like me to? Is there something you would like to say? Because I believe you did some little more calculations, some more studies, or
No.
would you like me to ask questions?
Questions, and I think all these things will come up while answering questions anyway.
While answering the questions? Okay. All right. So this is what I've got. Okay. So now I have to tell you all, please don't laugh at my glasses because I got so many comments last time. This is lockdown and I dropped my glasses and I walked on them. I stepped on them and I've broken them. And now they don't fit properly on my face. So don't laugh. But I need them because I won't be able to read your questions otherwise. Is it a good time to plan marriages? That is something that many people have asked. Many people want to get married and they're not sure if it's the correct time to be making this decision. Would you like to say something about that?
I would say wait till November.
Till November. And is this for all Rashis or is it for any?
Anyways, we do not plan any marriages after Guru Purnima. In fact, 4 days before Guru Purnima, we have Devashayini Ekadashi, when it is the time when Devatas go to sleep. And for the next few months, another 4 months, there are no good things happen, no auspicious things that we plan. So anyways, till November, there is no muhurta for marriage. Even if you're making a decision, I would recommend you to postpone it till November. And
Dakshina also begins around that time? Does that?
Beginning now, in July.
In July, right. Yeah. Guru Purnima. Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then, is it a good time to plan a family and what precautions should pregnant women take? So a lot of people are planning a family and they're not sure if this is the correct time with the planetary positions, if they should or shouldn't. And there's some people who are already pregnant. So what should they do?
Yes.
What are the precautions during, especially the concern about the eclipse?
Yes. It is usually recommended that pregnant women should not move out during eclipse. They should stay in their room. They should not be exposed to sunlight. This is important. These are the precautions you need to maintain. And follow the Sutak period. The Sutak period, the contamination period, begins 12 hours before the Grahan begins. Though in India, the Grahan time is from 9:15 a.m. on 21st of June and it will end at 3:04. But I'm talking from the western side to eastern side. It covers every state. You can find local time of Grahana of your city on Google and then know that this is how, this is the time when in your city, exactly when Grahana is beginning and when it is ending. And 12 hours before the beginning of Grahana starts the contamination period. So 12 hours before the Grahana, we do not eat anything. And we can rest definitely, but we do not eat anything. And during the Grahan time also, we should avoid eating anything. This is really important.
And what about after?
After Grahana, take a shower and then do some pujas. If you can do at home, fantastic, or you can participate in the pujas, Grahan Shanti Homas we are conducting in Vedic Dharma Sansthan on the next day. But do some small puja, do your 3-stage pranayam, Bhastrika, Sudarshan, Kriya, little bit of asanas, and then start your routine things. After Grahana, you can get into your routine things. That is not a problem at all. Immediately after Grahana, the Sutak ends, and then after that, everything is okay. But the effect of Grahana lasts for many months. So you have to be very cautious for the next coming months.
So what about women who are pregnant, especially for them? They're already pregnant, they may be delivering sometime within the next few months. So is there anything specific for them that you want them to know that they should do?
Just follow all the rules of Grahana, all the niyamas which have been given by rishis. It is very common. Everybody know how to follow a sutak, that you don't go to washroom, you do not eat, you not drink. If any food is lying at your home, you put either tulsi leaf in it, or better discard everything cooked which is lying at your home after Grahana. Do some donation, do some mantra japa. All these things are the generic things one should do during. So pregnant women, so little more careful for the next few months. Avoid traveling. If we understand how Grahana is happening, I would say most of the questions will be answered, because a lot of people have this question also. I saw that why we should not eat, and can we eat this many hours before? What if we are sick? What if there are old people in the house? See, we have to understand the basic phenomena of Grahana. Sun is getting shadowed by moon. Simple thing. There's a shadow casted by moon on earth because it has come on the path of sun. This is Grahana. Now what sun is offering us, what sun is doing on planet earth, sun is the basis of life. The gravity of the earth is maintained because of certain movement of sun, and the entire thing, entire play of orbiting of earth around the sun is happening. That's why the gravity on the earth is maintained. So as soon as the sun is obstructed, the first thing that happens is gravity gets disturbed. The gravitational force of earth gets disturbed. Other thing sun is doing is it is giving a lot of prana, the life force on earth for life to sustain. So that life force, the prana, also get obstructed. And once, of course, sun is radiating many things, some good, some not so good, some radiations which are definitely not good for our body and mind and every layer of our existence. So such radiations enhance during Grahana. So you have your prana flow is obstructed. There are gravitational anomalies happening. Gravity is disturbed, and some harmful radiations are emitted out of sun. Now, what would you like to do during this period when this is happening? Just put your basic logic. Would you like to go out? No, because there are harmful radiations coming. Would you like to eat a food which is filled with harmful radiations and contamination? No, definitely not. As soon as the prana level obstructs, all the viruses and harmful bacteria starts to multiply. So this happens during Grahana. It's a very routine phenomena. Nothing new, nothing astrological. This is biological. So would you like to eat during that time? Definitely no. Why we should fast for 12 hours? So that during these 12 hours, you're not disturbed, because we have to understand it in a subtle way also. Moon is connected with the mind. Chandrama manaso jayate, it is said. And sun is connected with the light of our soul. So it is the mental tendencies which are obstructing the light of the soul, or we can say the mind is getting closer on the way to the light of soul, but it is still mind which is closer to the soul. And this is a very good time for all sadhakas to really tap into this realm of soul. Your mind is your perceptive abilities. Your perceptive abilities are very close to sun, and it is a very good time to get into it. So would you like to waste 20 minutes, 30 minutes going into the washroom and coming back again and again? Definitely no. So you fast for some time before 12 hours, so that you're not disturbed by natural forces. You don't get sluggish. You don't get sleepy during this time. You feel light and healthy, and you can meditate deeper, and you have better opportunity to tap into the light of self. That's why all these rules were laid. And Gurudev often mentioned that there are three things which can make you do certain things, or which can bring commitment in you. He mentioned fear brings commitment. He mentioned greed brings commitment, and he mentioned love brings commitment, right? So rishis also knew this thing, and they have attached all three things with every astrological phenomena, be it Grahana or any Shani Sadhe Sati or anything. So you look at anything and you'll have fear also attached with it. They have given you certain things to fear of. They have given you certain things. If you do this, this benefit will come to you. Greed is also been, and they have explained the subtler aspect of the entire thing so that you can be in gratitude and appreciate and be in wonder. So don't worry too much.
Now, when is a good time to conceive? Did you say that? Did you tell us that? Like, say, start planning a family?
Conception is okay. Anytime after Grahana is good. That there is no problem at all. Because anyways, the soul changes. Once Gurudev mentioned in Satsang again, the soul changes. The one who gets conceived is not the same soul who is born.
Going to be born.
Yes.
So we don't want to get into that right now. Okay. Many people want to know that, when they go to astrologers, and the astrologers always recommend they wear gemstones and stuff like that. So is that really necessary, or, how important is it? How much of a role does it really play?
They have some role, but definitely we are much more powerful than gemstones.
Isn't it? Yeah.
We get at a higher frequency what gemstones can do to us.
And also, when you're a meditator, that the effect of gemstones is very minimal compared to the power of your meditations and the chanting and stuff like that. So, though everything does in this world have an effect on each other, right? So in the same way, gemstones also have, but a minuscule, small, minor amount.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're getting to stuff I'm very excited about. So again, now there's another question. Let me just finish all these. What should one do for spiritual growth during the eclipse? You already mentioned, right? We'll just do our practices during that time and follow all the other rules. So that's quite self-explanatory. Sutakal, also you have told us about that. All right. All right, so now we get to the interesting part. Right now, currently, what we are seeing around us is quite scary. All our neighboring countries, which were friends earlier, like Nepal, we suddenly, for no reason, suddenly there are problems with Nepal. With China, there has always been this tension. With Pakistan, there has always been this tension. What do you have to say about our relationship with these countries? And because it's a little unnerving to think that you're surrounded by countries who are all, right now, you're not sharing a good relationship with. Can you tell us something about
that? This is also, I would say, the effect of the time and the planets. Whenever such grahanas have come together, like we discussed in the last session as well, whenever two such grahanas have come together, it has caused some kind of rift between the countries, and the violence tendencies have risen. There is a very interesting thing here. This 21st June grahana, it repeats itself every 19 years. So 19 years ago, 21st June 2001, we had this grahana. And before this grahana in year 2000 December, just like this situation, in year 2000 December, we had another grahana around end of December in 2000, and then again on 21st June we had another grahana. Similar situation occurred in 2001. So immediately after the 2000 grahana, we had an earthquake in Gujarat, very terrible earthquake. Nobody can forget about it. And immediately after this, 21st June, we had a 9/11 attack, and of course the effect lasted for very long. So violence tendencies are expected after this. So we have to be prepared. Our governments have to be prepared for some kind of struggle over the border.
See, already infiltration and terrorist activities have risen a little in the past sometime. So that it can be explained. But when it happens with a whole nation, then you're wondering how far can it go? Meaning, how serious can it become, the conflict? And with each country, as in how serious with Pakistan, which is right now, which is where do you see danger from maximum? China, Pakistan?
China and US, India is still in a better place.
China and US. You're seeing those two as,
Yes, and we
but
definitely hear it from the news also that how things are going between China and US.
but can that end in war between the two countries?
May not be a war, may not be a full-fledged war, but some violent activities may happen. May
Or an
not be. All the only
economic
I see here is because of this particular year, this Samvatsar is Sharvari and it is ruled by planet Mercury. So it may not be a direct war. There could be some violent activities happening in number of countries, and there could be some political fight that is happening related to some. America may stop doing any business with China. China may struggle snatching business from somewhere else. So all those things might come up.
So what do you
But
see as a,
these,
like, what kind of future do you see for China? Because China, it was all this while considered to be a very strong nation, and now suddenly it's getting a little shaky because everyone's suddenly standing up to them after COVID. So, everyone's a little miffed with them. People want to stop economic trade with them. What do you have to do? It looks like they could be a little shaky right now. And I've also heard some predictions saying that, this is pretty much the end of the glory of China.
there are predictions about China. There are predictions. I have not really done a proper analysis on the chart of China, but there are a lot of other in the entire community of astrologers. People are discussing this, that China may break into many pieces. So instead of one united China, there will be 3-4 countries coming out of China, just like happened in USSR.
Now,
Yeah.
so there are a lot of people from the US also who are watching, and they're very concerned about, uh, the future of America as a country. Because right now, again, they're just going through all this uncertainty in the country. Have you done any kind of a study on that, the future of America?
Uh, Not again exactly. I have not really got into the future of different countries, but looking at the current times and looking at the past data, yes, it is indicated that America may also face some kind of violence. Anyways, riots have been erupting now, but we have to be more careful after this Grahana for America. Uh,
For America in particular as a country.
yes, yes.
Because we're seeing the same related violence all over. It's in Australia, in Europe, in France, and in England. Everywhere it's happening. The same riots have just started. It's like suddenly, it's like a chain. It's just springing up everywhere. I had a thought, and I don't know what you have to say about it. I was thinking that when there's so much upheaval, and suddenly the suppressed voices are speaking up, do you think it could be a sign of transition or shift of power?
Whenever such grahanas happen, it is grahanas coming together in such short interval. It is an indication from nature that now the planet is go through some major transformation. So we have to be ready for it. So definitely, but after every such grahana situation, when 2 or 3 grahanas have come within a year's time, there has been a positive development and a very positive transformation in the society. Grahanas, though, it create an immediate turbulence in the current system, the current structure of the world, but it aims at re-establishing dharma and aims at having better systems than current ones. So after every such grahanas, we have seen some positive transformation. So we can definitely expect something very positive coming in coming years.
What can you tell us about the future of India? Tell us something specific, something nice about the future of our country. Because right now, what we're seeing is so disheartening. Somewhere, I don't know, I feel that we have a good PM, but the time is not right. So the decisions that are being made, and they somehow not coming out. The intention is not showing in the action. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. I have no idea. But what would you have to say about it?
I see India is in a much better situation after this grahanas. All these grahana situation or all these conflicts or restructuring or transformation that is happening around the world, we will put India at a better pedestal. Again, if we take reference of how grahana and all these planetary positions are happening in the Jupiter and Saturn's transit happening in Makara Rashi, the Capricorn sign, which is the sign of India, things are going to get much better for India from here. Important thing is this grahana is can be little dangerous for political leaders. So if anybody can take this word to our leaders, you have to be very, very careful after grahana for the next few months, because there are chances that there could be an attempt of assassination or some violence activity on any of our senior political leaders.
Within India?
Yes.
Within India. And is this usually for those who are in office, or it could be past as well?
Anyone who have been associated with government by any means, even if you're doing business with government, it may impact you negatively. If you are a government servant, it may impact you negatively. But if you are government, if you are part of government, then you have to be extra careful.
Be careful. And economically, so you said that things get better. You really see some difference only towards May of next year. But how will India be positioned economically, say in the next 5 years?
I have never thought about it for the next 5 years, how India will be positioned economically. In fact, in 2023, again, the similar grahana situation is occurring. So, which is 2 years from here. No, I have to do some analysis. But there are few things which I see very clearly, that India is rising in power. India's business prospects will be much better. And the communities, different communities in India will feel empowered. So these are few I can clear.
No, so do you see a better lifestyle for everyone? Because see, right now the problem with India has always been the disparity. Like there's such a small percent that is living so well, and a huge percent, like we just saw right now. It's heart-wrenching to see what the migrant laborers went through. So do you see something better happening there in that area? Since the past few years, I have noticed that there's suddenly an emerging middle class, which was very silent, which was in the background. There was only just two extremes. And so like I'm wondering that, will there be some shift in,
yes,
in the way?
The next 5 years, Saturn is going to be very strong. Saturn is the planet that brings equality. That Saturn is the planet of socialism, if we actually talk in economical language, which aims to bridge the gap between rich and poor. So Saturn is going to be very strong for the next 5 years. It has already started in January this year as it moves to Capricorn. And Capricorn and Aquarius, these two signs are Saturn's own sign. And for the next 5 years, Saturn is going to transit through its own sign, empowering all daily wage workers, definitely yes, and bringing a lot of equality amongst people. And there's this gap between the topmost class and the lowermost class should be reduced.
That's actually a positive thing.
Yes.
That's good, because that in itself can bring development in the country. You'll have more people that are educated, more people who are earning well. Yeah, given a choice, should kids go abroad? And at all as compared to India. So that's another question that's coming, that should we consider just not sending our kids abroad, or should we just keep them in India? What would be a better place for them to receive an education? See, earlier, all these years, people thought you have to send them abroad because there's no great education here. But now it's not so like that. Things have changed. So there is an option, because people are seeing America was everyone's favorite at one time, and kids would go there. And now suddenly they're seeing the situation in America, and they're not so sure if that's the right place to be sending our children for an education. Should we just keep them here or send them to another safer country? Do you have anything to say about that?
For that, we actually should look at the individual charts and then talk about. For some people, it may be a good idea to move to some other country and study there. For some, it is always best to study in their own home country. It depends on person to person. Just like the Grahana's effect also. Though in general, it is not a very good thing happening. But for spiritual seekers, of course, it is a great opportunity. But in general also, there are certain people with certain rashis. For them, it can be really very good. It can really fetch them some unexpected gains. Like the last Grahana has been bad for everybody. But for all those companies who have been making sanitizers, it has been great.
Right. Zoom, Instagram, they're doing so well right now. Right. So but you know, I need to tell you that it's 9:05.
Yes.
And do you need to be going?
Yes.
You need to be somewhere else right now, yeah? So I'm going to thank you so much, and I'm hoping at some point we can do a part 3, but we'll do that little down the line when there is something new to be shared with everyone. And I am sure everyone over there is like extremely happy, very happy to hear everything you've had to say. And we will keep doing this.
Sure.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Ashutosh ji, on everyone's behalf, because they've all been muted. They'll send all these little signs. But it's been really nice talking to you.
Likewise.
Jai Gurudev. And thank you everyone for being here with us. And this is fun, isn't it? We should do more stuff like this. We'll continue doing all this. Yeah. Oh, so that's Lara saying, so cute you are. I saw that. Okay. Thank you. Jai Gurudev. We'll let you go now, and I'll see all of you at some point. See you. Bye. I'm going to end it now. I don't know the correct way to end it. The correct protocol. Is there something you're supposed to say or do? I don't know, but I'm just going to say I'm hoping to see you all soon again, and bring all your friends next time too. We'll keep doing nice things like this, yeah? So and so now I'm thinking that we'll do something on food. We've done astrology, so we can do something on yogic diet and stuff like that. Let's see how it goes. I'll let you know. So you be here, keep watching, just keep looking to see what's coming up next, yeah? Okay, bye.